more
like
deep,
like
More deep or
BFF,
Yeah.
like
more
you know.
conflictive?
more
I think
like-
intense, like not on the surface, like you know, like a friend that you could have. I don't know, like girls kind of like stick together all the time, like you know the girls that are besties.
Conflicts, you know.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly. That's
You
what
said the
that's
boys have less intense friendship, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Than girls. All right. All right. So the no's are over here. All right. So the yeses. Jing, you moving? Okay. All right. So you're by yourself, but that's okay.
Alright, so I say
Okay.
yes. I say yes because guys really have a trust issue. So whenever they get that one buddy, you know, they don't have multiple close friends. Like they may have friends, but not that close friend like that. They usually have like one close friend that they really close to. And yeah, so. But yeah, I think it's because of guys with their trust issues and just being vulnerable. Like a lot of guys don't like to be vulnerable. You know, so when they get that one person that they can be vulnerable with, and that's their person, yeah. And then a lot of guys like have a lot of high standards to live up to, also.
All right. Okay. So guys don't trust as easy as girls. Guys usually have one real friend as opposed to girls who might have several, I guess. And then guys don't like to be vulnerable. So I'm guessing that you're thinking that in order to have these intense friendships, there has to be some vulnerability. Okay? All right? Anything else? Okay. All right. The nose. Go ahead.
Okay, so I feel as though boys do have intense friendships, but like they don't more so say like, oh, this is my bestie or anything. But you always keep this person with him, like no matter what.
Mhm.
And it depends. Also, where I'm from, or anything, like a majority of the boys have a lot of friends and everything, but it's like they don't know like this friend is behind his back saying this stuff, doing this and that. So it can be off like a lot of boys don't have trust, but a lot of the times these boys are friendly. They're friendly. They want to keep you around, especially when you see this boy getting money, he doing this and that, and I want to become his friend. Not all of them not all of them getting money, hanging in the crew and everything. But I feel like they do have a lot of the times their friendships. Cause like, what are they arguing about?
So you're saying that boys, their friendships are like shallow, like surface level. Is that what I hear you say? I want to make sure that I'm understanding what you're saying.
Yeah, I said it was based off like where you're from, like a lot of the times, but at the same time, girls too have shallow friendships because like I just had a recent friendship that broke up and it was like, wow, like I didn't know you like that after
And see,
all
girls-
these years. But it's a lot of time. I only have one friend now, like only one friend I hang around majority of the time. She don't even live here, so I'm looking by myself. But boys, you'll see them with the same person every single time, no matter what. But if one boy comes into the friendship and he brings some of her boys, next thing you know, that's their homeboy too. Now you see them all together.
So kind of like a pack of friendships, like they
Yeah,
run
they
in
always
packs.
have a clique. It's never
Right.
just two of them, three.
Okay,
It's
alright.
always a clique.
Say usually.
Because a lot of times they don't feel safe with just them. So it's like they will have 2 or 3 boys with them or something.
How does that make it less intense though?
Yeah, so, right.
Like how does having a clique make it less intense?
Like you saying that because the question is, do they have less intense friendships?
Yeah.
Yes, no, they don't.
But they don't?
No.
But they have intense friendships. Is what
Yeah.
this is
With,
for.
with the clique, they.
Yeah,
they
and
No,
the
but
clique
they
like
get close
Is
to
a clique more intense than just like a one-on-one like friendship? Because my worst arguments have been one-on-one with someone. Never really like a group like discussion, like a group thing. You know what I mean? So I'm just wondering like how a clique like I'm genuinely curious like how like it makes it more intense if it's like in a clique, you know?
They share more. They're more vulnerable with each other.
Yeah, it's like it's not just one of them. Now it's 3 of them. So now they're all obligated to like say something or at least share the same issues or anything, instead of just one person. Now just one person, that's a vulnerability. Now that's vulnerability right there, but now it's 3 of us? Okay.
That's fair, yeah.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think that boys have less intense friendships than girls because we're both humans and we both are going to seek out those connections, and how it manifests depends on certain situations. And like I have witnessed some pretty like close friendships with males together, and although I don't fully understand what's happening there because I'm not in it, like I can tell that they care about each other and that it is an intense feeling, just like I care about my friends.
Okay. Do you see that as often as you see girls have those relationships, or is it more? Is it rarer for you to see that?
Well, I'm not really seeking it out, so I'm very susceptible to confirmation bias on this, but I'd say that, yeah, I do see guys becoming friends quite often. Just,
All right.
I have something for the yes side. So I've noticed like, cause I have like a little sister and I also have like a lot of friends that are women. And I noticed like a lot of the conflicts between like, just like between me and my friends, they'll be like, they'll be like very short, but like they can get very intense, sometimes physical. But like a lot of the times with like, a lot of like my women's friends drama, like they'll, it'll be like very like dragged out, like talking sort of like behind the back and all that, never like straightforward. And to me, since it's like dragged out, that to me is like more intense because it's just like doesn't get resolved as quickly, and like it's just for such a long time that like it just, I don't know, like to me that's like worse.
And so, I was gonna add on to it.
So how are you interpreting the question? Like, are you talking about conflict? Because I had asked this earlier. It's not about conflict, it's about being closer with your friends.
Oh,
Intense.
sorry, I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Okay, wait,
But
hold
to
on.
still piggyback off what you're saying, I still feel as though girls, we do have arguments that drag out, and like we don't, and it's like it dragged out so long to the point where it don't even need to be like this. Like we're arguing about nothing, but then boys, they'll argue about a few seconds, this and that, like, nah, cuz you good. Like we still.
And so that's the reason why I say less, because boys think with their minds, like boys use their mind, logic, and versus girls uses their fifth. I'm sorry, we all use it, right? But what I'm saying is like boys know how to cut it off, versus a girl will drag it along. And so the boys will cut it off because it's more of a mind thing. They're like, that don't matter to me, versus a girl, like that does matter to me. Like I said this and you said this and what you said matters to me, versus a boy like, well, that don't matter, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I'm like, they don't have a lot of intense friendship because, you know, they use logic more than they use their
So
emotions. So
what does intense mean? Like I'm a little confused.
It
I'm
means
so lost.
that
Like deep.
deep
Like,
friendships.
yeah, like a deep
Like
friendship.
best
So,
friend.
Can I say the male friendships are more cut to the chase? That's also an argument for no, because what I witness with male friendships is that even though they have these fights and such, and then, you know, they may not talk for like 2 or 3 months, but they can just get back into a friendship just like that. Like they just say, I'm sorry, and then it's just done. I've witnessed it with my dad, I've witnessed it with tons of friends that I've had, where we've had a conflict, and then we'll talk.
I didn't know what it was saying. I didn't know what it was trying to say. I just understood it.
But like, even with what she's saying, it's usually with one person. Like they don't make up with a lot of
It
friends.
doesn't
Like,
have to be a lot of friends though. Like it's talking about deeper friendships.
but she's
But then half of the time, they start talking to that one friend, next thing you know, that other friend is that friend too. Next thing you know, they're all coming around, now we all are good,
So true.
like,
This is for guys. For
yeah,
boys,
like,
okay.
they have
Okay.
intense friendships, like, they all talk, like, a lot of times, society don't think that boys have talks. No, boys have talks, they talk exactly like girls, they gossip just like girls, they have these talks on the phone, FaceTime, everything, like, nah, we all good, like, the argument can happen,
me tell you what happened.
Yeah,
so,
it's not girl. It's like
like,
girl, let me
like, bro.
No, but it's guy. Let me tell you what happened. It's the same thing. It's just like different words.
Okay.
Same
Okay,
thing.
so we had two people to move across. I want you
Right.
to tell me why you moved, and I want you to tell me why you moved. All
I
right.
think this is changing, but I was just thinking about this on a chemical scale. Women are more comfortable within themselves expressing physical affection and expressing that kind of deep connection that comes forth without it being considered gay. Like, I lock eyes with my female friend, I hug her, I give her a little kiss on the cheek. Sometimes we hold hands in Walmart. You know, guys don't be doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be
But it
surprised.
goes.
You'd be
But that's
surprised.
because-
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, it goes
I don't
deeper
know,
than
those
that.
late night sleepovers,
It
like,
goes
they
deeper
get
than
a
that.
little.
Like,
Yeah, you
if
don't
they're
know
so
what
in
they're
their
doing.
heart and mind.
Yeah, you
I
don't
mean,
know.
like,
Oh my God.
We're
like-
saying like, they can have them, but what she's saying, do they have less intense?
No.
That's the question, so you feel like they have more intense friendship
No,
than less?
it's not more or less.
It's
like
different.
It's like girls have intense friendships, but boys do too. It's not like girls. Oh yeah, we have intense friendships, and thinking that boys don't. That's because society wants us to think that.
Well,
But
yeah.
no, and then it's the fact that boys also think society. Like, if I call this boy my bestie or anything, you don't think like what's up.
But like when you were saying something about the clique, usually when you see a clique of boys, it usually be the same clique of boys. But
Yeah.
when you see a clique of girls, you usually gonna see some new girls with them.
It
Sometimes like girls
And
is
half
more
of the time-
open like that.
Nah,
Wait a
it's half
second.
of the time, if you see that click with that two girls, all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're not there no more because they just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's just a friend of a friend. They just popped up out of nowhere.
All right, so you moved over to the no side. Why did you do that?
Well, I didn't understand the question.
Okay.
To be honest, I thought that it was like arguments and stuff. But no, like I think like the point about like I don't know if you guys have seen like those like TikToks where it's like how you met your best friend, and it's like you walk past them by the street day one, hey, what's up, bro? And then you walk past them like the second day, you dap them up, and then by like day like 7, that's like your best friend.
No,
You know, like, and like
I did not like my best friend when I first met her. Like, I did not like her. I didn't like her because this other friend I was friends with, but then I ended up fighting the girl that I was friends with and became best friends with the girl I'm friends with now.
Oh my goodness.
Right? A lot of miscommunication. I had to realize, girl, you're not my friend. This girl is this way.
That's pretty intense.
it's really intense friendship.
That's
yeah.
pretty intense.
Wow, right.
All right.
A lot of times in friendships, I don't know if this is in male friendships too, but I found that girls tend to be a lot more, I don't know if this is the right word, subversive with their intentions. And so it makes it hard to know if I'm forming a genuine connection, because it's like, I don't actually know what they're there for. It could be social status, or like they just like being around me, they like what I do, but they're not actually there to be a friend. They don't know how to.
Yeah.
I've had that happen like twice now.
But doesn't that make their friendship like less intense?
I went back over to that side spiritually for a second.
Spiritually. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. All right. Okay.
I was like a little confused. I was like, wait, it's not like
I'm telling you,
okay.
right.
So
That's a good question. I like this.
you're
question.
saying that girls, their friendships are a little limited.
They're fickle a lot of the times. I've seen a lot of fickle friendships that just like crumble. Just
Yeah.
like any pressures in life.
Just like personal experience, like not like freshman year, like 12th grade year of high school, I was cheering and everything. I had cheer friends and whatever. Even we graduated together outside of high school. Next thing you know, we're off to college. A lot of drama happened. Next thing you know, we're just crumbling. Bro. It's a lot of us. We're just crumbling. Next thing you know, we're down to 2.
Right.
It was like, and the drama, it's not drama where like we could start like talking again. It's not that.
It's like ending drama.
It's like,
it's like
that's why sometimes girls don't really have friends again, because like the trust issues. Now you're telling, like, all of a sudden my business was never out before I was your friend. Now all of a sudden my business is out.
Versus
No.
a male, right? Versus a male, like a male really, like they have a lot of guys around them, but if they leave, it's not gonna matter to them. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they don't even know half of the boys' name who with them. they know they two besties, but them other boys that's with them, it's really like, bro, I got all these people following me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel about the boys friendship. Like, I feel like it's
It
less
depends on how
drama.
they became friends.
Yeah,
Like if
so,
they
like-
became friends from school, like my boyfriend, like he has a lot of friends that like he literally was friends with since 9th, 10th. Like they all played football. Like it's a brotherhood. Like it's not
Yeah.
just like 4, 5. It's a lot of them. Like they've
Yeah.
all been friends. But me, I've also been friends with these other people. But it just all crumbled when your personalities and
Yeah,
your
all that.
everything,
Mhm.
and then
Life
it
change.
comes like to the point where these are your friends too, but they also have other friends outside of this, or like they connect with more people that's in the group. So now they sitting here telling your business between the group, and now your business is out, and now it's just crumbling.
I was in the mall with my daughter the other day, and we saw one of her friends, and I was like, "Hey, girl!" And my daughter was like,
For real, I'm saying,
"Oh, we don't talk to her anymore." I didn't know.
I'm telling you.
I wasn't
right?
aware.
Listen,
We don't talk to her anymore. Okay, never mind. Goodbye.
we take it so
That's
serious.
how girls versus boys. Like they ain't gonna care about you speaking. Well, I don't care about
Well,
him.
my
Yes, even,
my
but at the
my
same
son
time,
does that.
Even if they're not friends no more, they see the boy out, they still be like, "Hey, cut, hey." Like,
My
they still
son
say,
does
"Hey,
that though. Like,
Girl,
Right.
we're not strangers.
So that's what I'm saying. Boys
I
got
will fight
less
you when I
intent.
see you.
You know what I'm saying? Like boys got less because they don't care. Like if you leave, they may do speak to you. But a girl, if it was drama, I ain't finna speak to you. Because what you said and what you did hurted me, and I don't want my mama speaking to you too either.
yeah,
But boys is like,
that's the code apparently.
what up, bro? You know what I'm saying? And then they'll just keep it moving. They may even start by talking quicker than a girl will with somebody who she don't feel like with.
Yeah, because I ain't talking to that girl no more.
But if they're able to start back talking again, doesn't that make their friendship
Yeah, that's
more
intense.
like?
That's
yeah,
intense,
like, doesn't
'cause
it
we
make
was
it-
able
So
enough
it's
to get
just
back
like-
Yeah, because you're
friends.
able to get you're like able to get over that like hurdle. And like another thing, like in my friend group from high school, it was like all throughout high school, it was 4 girls and then me and 3 other guys.
Yeah,
And like
exactly that.
and like they always like fell out like it,
Some other
we-
girls.
yeah, the
Okay.
girls like we were always mediating. Like it was always us mediating
Right.
between like the girls. It happened like it was like a weekly occurrence at some point. Senior year it got like better and like we didn't have to do it like so often. But like if you like ask like any of us like at any given moment like would you take a bullet for like one of your brothers or would you take a bullet for one of your sisters? I think all of us at every point
Yeah.
throughout
Yeah.
high school would say yes.
Yeah.
Whereas them, it'd be on and off here and there. Like so
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
if you like average it out, I guess, for like lack of a better way of like saying it,
Yeah.
like I think that makes it more intense than like the
Like when my
overall.
when my cousin passed away, he had friends that he's been friends with since high school and everything. When I tell you, it's like they're so hood, but I seen him cry.
Mm-hmm.
Like my cousin, he was 17. He seen him cry. I'm like, dang, these were your friends.
Yes.
Like
yes.
I'm like, dang, I didn't know. Like, yo,
So-
this is crazy.
What would happen if a girl died? And like, so say like your girl that you said she told all your business and she died. Like, are you going to her funeral? I mean, at some point in time,
See what I'm saying? Right.
that was your homegirl. Like,
But-
she's dead. Like, you're not
That's
gonna pay
intense.
respect.
That's
You have to realize, I'm a person that depends based off of you, your personality, everything you. So you decided to act like this, and you know I was the best person that could ever be everything to you. I never did nothing to you, and you showed your true colors. Oh, girl.
So you still not going to the funeral?
No,
Like, she's dead.
I'm sorry.
She's dead.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sorry.
then,
Because that girl there, it's like you have to know your friend too. Cause if in back of my mind, I also know if I pass away, that
I
one
wouldn't want
coming.
her at my funeral.
She's not coming. Yes, I wouldn't want her.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. That's pretty
I'm
intense.
gonna respect the
It's
difference.
some
You don't want to talk to me in life. You don't want to talk to me in death.
Now it's some other girls that I have been friends with. I'm not friends anymore. I'll go to their funeral, everything because we fell out over nothing. But no, when it comes down to serious stuff, and I showed you I'm a true, genuine friend, like, and you showed me that you don't about me. Oh, you already told me go to hell. That's already telling me go to hell.
So, If you fell out one of your friends and they died, would you go to the funeral?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because it was probably over something like so stupid, and we were probably gonna make up anyway,
Boys are
like
intense.
the day after he died, like anyways. So like it's just out of respect, like you're gonna make up anyway. You end up making up anyways, and like the few times where you don't end up making up, it's like something really bad that like it's like okay, like. But that's only ever happened to me maybe like once or twice.
And you see how he just answered that? He just answered that with logic versus she just answered hers with feelings. So that's the reason why I was saying that boys think with logic versus girls think with their feelings.
But
And
does logic make a relationship not as intense?
Yeah.
well,
Because I'm thinking about like if you were married and your husband spoke
Cause you
to you with
said
only logic.
feelings, but that's still logic. You treated me a certain type of way when I did nothing to like when I did nothing. I was we was friends since 9th grade year,
right.
and then all of a sudden you change your mind for a person that I told you was doing this and wasn't a good friend to you. I told you plenty of times. I'm the good friend,
Yeah.
and you sat back here and tell me that I'm doing this and that. That's logic. Now in my head, we can never talk again.
And so, but you let her get in your head to change you because now she changes you. Like now you feel like, well, since you feel this way, then I'm gonna act this way. You know what
No,
I'm
she
saying?
didn't change me anyway. I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't. We had one genuine friend still together. We was in the same place. I don't say anything to her. It's no heat, no nothing. I don't anything.
Okay,
It's
that's what I'm saying.
it's fine. Like we're just not on that level no more.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you. Me and family are intimate, especially when
Mm-hmm.
it also depends when your family also says something too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now
all the
it
people
goes
that are
into-
involved.
Yeah.
Now, do with boyfriends, like guy friends, does it stop at the friendship? Because I'm thinking about my son and his friends, and they all call me like mom, like hey mom, and I would treat them, like my sons. When my son breaks up with a girl, then the code is I don't talk to her anymore, which I think is bad. If she calls me, I'm not gonna be like, you don't go out with my son anymore. Don't call me. I'm never gonna do that. My son that's his expectation. But he's falling out with guy friends, and the guys call and say like, Mom, McKinley's like tripping. And then like in 2
And
weeks,
that's intense.
in 2 weeks, they're like back being friends. I'm still mine no matter what. Like, but my daughter, it's friends. Like I said, we don't talk to her anymore. I had no idea. I don't
She
know.
will cut you off if you become
If
friends
I
with her.
talk
Like,
to
you're
her
gonna be
friends,
mad
she
at-
would feel
at
like,
you.
oh, you're not loyal, and I'm just like,
Like you on her side now. What I mean,
but I don't know. I
So
wonder.
hard.
This is an interesting
it
one. Okay,
is.
we have one more before we go out.
I
Should
like this
couples
one.
live together before marriage?
Should couples live together before marriage?
Yes, that side. No,
Sorry.
this side.
I mean, like, should they? Not necessarily.
Right.
But like,
I don't think it's just
like, should they be
It's a-
allowed?
Should
They be allowed?
Wait,
Should they live
together
together
before-
before marriage?
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
don't
like
think they
case by
should.
case.